Hi everyone, it's Lisa here. I'm back today with a card making haul video for you, and today's video is going to be mostly Simon Says stamp items. I took advantage of their recent sale over Black Friday. They had a really fabulous offer on one of the days, and I had a few things in my cart that I've been wanting for a while, so I waited for that deal to appear and purchased a few items. So it's mostly going to be Simon Says stamp. I really haven't bought an awful lot else in the last couple of months. I just haven't had time to look and buy, which is a good thing. So hopefully this won't be too long. I'm going to jump straight in and share with you the items that I got from Simon Says stamp. So first up is this gorgeous floral set. This is called Sketched Flowers, and you know, as you all know, I love a floral stamp, and I love a floral stamp even more that you don't have to mask. So this stamp does it all for you. There's some extra little bits that you can add on if you want as well. Some really lovely sentiments. It was originally part of the, I think it was the September kit, which I didn't manage to get my hands on. I was away at the time and it had sold out, but fortunately they did sell the stamp set separately, so I have still been able to get hold of that. So really looking forward to inking that up and watercolouring that. I think it's such a beautiful sort of free image, a little bit more sketchy than some that I've got already. And next up, I picked up the Tiny Words stamp set. This came out, I think it was back in June or July in one of their releases, and I really loved it. I've seen so many people using this, and I love a good sentiment set, and I thought it would be really wonderful. I mean, I don't know how many sentiments are in here, but there's got to be something like 40, I should think. And if I'm honest, they're a little bit smaller than I thought they would be, but of course they just look fabulous if you pair them with a die or something, or a bit or a larger stamped sentiment. So I do really like them. Yes, they're smaller than I thought, but I still think that they're going to be really useful. And they were so popular, and they were so popular that they decided to do a set for Christmas as well. And I thought, as the deal is on, I'm always looking for Christmas sentiments. Again, there must be about 40 sentiments here. There are just so many for me to, I can't go through and read them out for you. There's just absolutely loads of them, but a really good selection of sentiments, and I'm sure this is going to be fabulous. I've actually made most of my cards for this year, so I don't think I'm going to use this until next year, but I know I'm sure it's going to be as popular as the Tiny Words, and again I've seen lots of people using this already. And then I got a little stamp set which is Nutty and Bright. This was actually a freeze stamp that you got if you spent a certain amount, and I just managed to sneak that in. But it's a really cute little chipmunk with a candy cane acorn and a couple of little snowflake stamps there. So really cute little set. And one of the things that I wanted to buy, that I've wanted to buy it for ages, but I just I've been waiting really for the sale, and I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's quite easy for you to see this. I wondered if I needed to put something behind, but these are the sentiment label banners from Simon Says stamp, and again these came out towards the back end of the summer, maybe July or August, in one of the releases then. And as you can see, I think they're 6 centimetres. I'm just gonna, sorry, 6 inches, or just over 5. So it's going to be 5 1/4. So they'll fit really well across, really well across an A2 card. And of course you've got lots of different sizes. There's 6 different sizes for your sentiments. So if you've got larger stamps, they'll fit really well in there. And if you've got the tiny stamps, the tiny word stamp sets, or some of the other smaller stamps that they sell, then they will definitely fit in that smallest size label. And they have a couple of edging dies there as well, if you wanted to cut a sort of banner shape or something on the edge, or just a diagonal or something on the end. So a really good set, but definitely one that I wanted to pick up in the sale. And I also picked up the Holiday Words on a Line. I thought this was something really different. I don't have anything like this in my stash at all, not Everyday Sentiments or Christmas. And I really sort of liked the kind of uniqueness of these, I suppose. I've seen quite a lot of people use them. They're really quite small, but again, they fit well across an A2 card, and you can position them kind of horizontally or vertically. They're quite versatile, so I thought that they would be something different for me to have. And then when I was making my cards this year, I realised that I actually really don't have that many snowflake dies. I have quite a lot of stamps, but you know, if you want to produce a card which is mostly die cuts, and I would like to try and do more of that in the future, rather than colouring or watercolouring or lots of kind of time consuming cards, I wanted to sort of perhaps maybe get a few more snowflake dies, but they had sold out of a lot of them. I picked up the ALICIA Snowflake. I thought this was gorgeous. It's a really lovely size. That came out recently as well. And as I say, I wanted to pick up a couple of others, but the others that I wanted weren't in stock, so I was only able to get this time around, but I'm hoping they'll bring out some more next year. I'm sure they will, or they'll have another sale and I can pick up some others then. But for now, I've picked up that, and absolutely beautiful die, so looking forward to using that next year. And then I also picked up this Big Joy die set. This has been on my list for about 2 years. I particularly love this joy here. I think this is a great sentiment for standing alone on a card and just backing it with a really pretty watercolour or a different technique, really. I think it's fantastic for just being the focal point of the card. And you do have a smaller one there as well if you don't want that one that's quite so large. But again, I don't have anything like this in my stash. I thought that this would be useful, but probably won't get to use it until next year. And then my final item from Simon Says Stamp was some of their white glitter cardstock. I don't know how well you can see, it's quite difficult, the light's not good here today, but this is a really beautiful white, and it's very sparkly, and I'm told that it doesn't leave any residue on your fingers, and it absolutely doesn't. It's almost completely smooth. I haven't got a glitter cardstock that's anywhere near as smooth as that, and absolutely nothing comes off. So that's what I'd heard people say, and it definitely seems to be living up to what they've said. So I'm really glad that I picked that up. I think white glitter cardstock can be used all year round, but again, it's most used at Christmas, so thought that would be useful. And then I've just got a few other items to share with you. These are not from Simon Says Stamp. I did pick them up about 2 to 3 months ago, so I thought I'll just share those with you. And the first thing was the Mama Elephant Scripty Christmas. I thought this was really lovely. I actually saw Michelle Short share it in a video and bought it on the strength of that. Totally put it in my bag I keep things separate that I want to share in a haul, and totally forgot that I had it, which is just terrible because it means that I haven't used it this year. And I really love the font. I've actually got quite a few Mama Elephant Christmas sentiment sets. I think they do fantastic Christmas sentiments, and again, this was something different. I didn't have this style. Again, really good sentiments, very very sort of nothing particularly unique about them, but completely and utterly useful, and I really wish that I had remembered I had that, but you know, it'll be good for next year. And then I got a couple of distress oxides, cracked pistachio and carved pumpkin. I'm gradually building my supply up of oxides. I have used the cracked pistachio, as you can see. I've actually labelled it. Haven't used the carved pumpkin yet, but two of my sort of favourite colours in distress inks, so that kind of led me to purchase them in the oxides as well. And then finally I picked up some black hemp cord. This is really lovely for tying bows. I mean, I've got quite a, I don't have a lot of twine actually, and I really wanted something that doesn't fray and that really holds its shape well. And I know a lot of the lawn form ones I really like, but they're stripy, and I wanted something completely black. So again, I picked this up on the recommendation of Michelle Short, and I have actually used a little bit of it, but it's really nice, doesn't fray at all, it's very easy to tie, and so that was a really good buy, and I'm sure I'm going to be using that quite a lot in the future. It's really good for tags and things. And that was my final item, so I hope that you found that interesting. I'm going to link everything in the description below and over on my blog in case you're interested in looking at anything in more detail. But I will be back with another project for you soon, and in the meantime, happy crafting. Bye for now.